What's going on, guys? Bank Robber Games here, more Elden Ring and the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Last episode where we left off, we did a bunch more exploring and sort of made our way up around here and cleared out this sort of forest area. Very cool, some very tough enemies, and got to make some more use out of our dry leaf arts and starting to get a bit of a feel for them now and realising that they are actually quite powerful. Also picked up a new Spirit Ash, which looks like it could potentially be very powerful. It's very aggressive, so enjoying using that and want to make more of that. But I think this episode what we're going to do is we're just going to do a dungeon, just because we haven't actually just done a regular dungeon for quite a while. So that is going to be another ruined forge. These areas are quite cool. They tend to be a little bit shorter, and they don't always have a boss, or the one that we've seen hasn't had a boss. Then we might have done two actually. I'm trying to think. I have a feeling we've actually done two. Not 100% sure though. There's loads of resources in them, cool enemies, and yeah, they just look really cool, and I think they're quite fun to explore. Spear. Pretty cool. Just a standard spear, but then the ability to throw it. I do quite like the Smith script daggers. See, the damage of the spear is actually a lot higher than the daggers. So I wonder if that translates to the throwing damage, or if it is just the sort of weapon's sort of normal damage with the normal moveset. So we might potentially mess around with that at some point in the future. I imagine it's got more range than the daggers. New type of these sort of, what are they, golems, or I can't remember. seem a little bit tougher to take down. Might just be because we do have split damage on our weapon after giving it the cold infusion. Just trying to see what the stance damage on the regular attacks is like. So I remember the backhand blades actually did really good stance damage against these guys, even just with their regular attacks. Doesn't seem to be the case as much with the dry leaf arts, which is a bit of a shame. So it would definitely make up for their sort of lack of range, I think. Probably say the backhand blades are my favourite weapons I've used so far. Essentially, mainly because of that sort of Asher wall they have, where you dart around enemies and stab them. I have a feeling I'm not going to have a very good time in this room. Very fun weapons. I'll go back to using them at some point, because I do find them so enjoyable. Well, very low on healing though. Isn't very good. He seems to be happy over there, so will he? Not too fussed about that item. I think it was just one of the slimes that dropped it. charge attack still do quite a decent amount of stack damage. Regular attacks definitely don't do as much stagger damage. See what that item was that we picked up. So if you like the Smith script weapons, be a must use, I imagine. Come on, that's just not fair. And these guys are taking much less damage from the Stone and Garang than the last time we fought them and used them. Doesn't care. No idea what that is. It's a black hand blade. That's potentially very interesting. Smith script weapon that functions as a backhand blade. I do like the standard backhand blade moveset, so that might be something that we try and mess around with at some point. I'll meet you guys back here. Definitely want to get our runes back this time. Hopefully we'll be able to make our way out without these guys causing us too much trouble. I did figure this out sort of as I made my way back over here after dying. Ancient meteoric ore greatsword sounds pretty cool. And then another ancient dragon smithing stone. I did also have a quick look at the backhand smith script weapon. Yeah, it looks really cool. Does slightly less damage than the non-Smith script weapon, and it's got the same moveset as the other backhand blades, but then you do have that throwing option, which is potentially very cool. I do like the moveset of the backhand blades, very quick, and then they do also have that blind spot Asher wall, which I really like. So might mess around with these at some point. It does depend on whether or not the regular attacks and the charge attacks, what their stance damage is like. Let's have a look if we can find that blade that we just picked up from this forge. normal damage and magic damage. Sounds really cool. Wide swinging regular attacks. It's actually quite quick, the size of the weapon. Not much variation between the one-handed and two-handed moveset. That's cool. It's like something that you'd find in God of War or something. Got me started. No, we haven't upgraded this weapon. I do just want to see what the weapon art is like. That second hit does a lot of damage. Very, very cool. Does use quite a lot of FP. Might mess around with this at some point. We only just switched over to the drive leaf arts, so we'll stick with those for the time being. Also got a couple of those Smith script weapons that we might want to try out later on, including the backhand blade and Smith script weapons. Should be quite fun. Actually took us quite a long time to explore this dungeon, so I'm not exactly sure what we'll do for the rest of this episode. I feel like this might actually be its own separate thing underneath this bridge, and you go through this area to get up here. So let's go the other way up this path and see if there's any interesting things there for us to discover. I can hear another treasure scarab somewhere. scatter shot throw. Sounds interesting. Usable on all throwing blades. I have a feeling this is going to be another forge. Yep. So we're not going to do that just yet, just because we have only just finished one. I am going to go back to Round Table Hold and see what weapons we can equip that scattershot throw. Usable on throwing blades. I will have a look around that other area. Could give it blood loss build up, but it's not a very high. Some of the other infusions actually seem to improve its damage by quite a lot. Mess around with it and the blood infusion. Looks quite cool. Doesn't actually seem too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. Does definitely increase the damage output of the throwing daggers. But I do think it's a shame that you still can't like main them as a weapon. But I guess it is a way to balance them out. But they do have that unlimited ranged attack. Oh yeah, that unlimited use ranged attack. So yeah, other than that other forge, it doesn't actually seem like there's much up here. Might have a look to see if there's a Smith script circ build someone's made. It's quite good. Then we could have the advantages of the backhand blade and that weapon art with it, and the advantages of a Smith script weapon. But I think for now I'm going to wrap this episode up here. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode and been enjoying the series so far. If you have enjoyed the series, please like and subscribe for more, and that way you won't miss out on anything. Also, let me know down in the comments if there's anything that you'd like to see, or if you think there's anything that I've missed as well. That's always appreciated. But thank you very much for watching. Always appreciate having you guys here, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.